everyone, and welcome back. First of all, I don't know where y'all came from, but hello to my new subscribers. Wow, I got like 7 or 8. I lost a few, but I'm hovering at around 76 subscribers right now, which is way more than I thought I'd ever get. So, hi to all of you. Thank you for the subscriptions. Those of you that liked and commented on my last video, thank you so much also for that. It's really appreciated. It reminds me on the days when I don't really feel like doing this that hey, there's somebody waiting and they expect to see a video. So thanks for that. This week was actually a good week. I got a lot done. I don't expect that I will see another week like this for a long time because with the holidays coming up, they're gonna be kind of weird because of COVID, but I still got stuff I'm gonna have to do, and things get crazy at work before extended holiday breaks. This week has been already kind of insane. So, I don't know. I make no promises from here on out on how much I'm gonna get accomplished, but I actually have quite a bit to show you this week. So that's exciting. So we'll go ahead and just jump right in. I have my bag here that I brought down from my craft room. And we'll start off with the temperature stitch along. So here it is. And you can see that I've actually gotten all the way across the top, but I should be down here. I'm slowly but surely starting to catch up on this one, and I guess I should be down here. Everything is backwards, sorry. So, yeah, I guess I don't really have a lot to say about this one. It is a lot of fun to work on. Right now in the fall and the spring is especially crazy because you'll see right up here most of this is in the greens and the blues, but we had some yellow over here, but I'm going to tell you already that this is all going to be yellow because we had a heat wave in there. Yeah, fall is pretty unpredictable around here, a lot like spring. So this is going to get even more colorful as time progresses. Sorry about that shadow. The time change has made it so that I can film at the same time as I used to, and the lighting is completely different. So I'm doing my best. Hopefully you can see that. You see me keep glancing down at my watch. I'm trying to see what you're seeing, and it looks like it's okay, but I don't know. Let's see what else I did this week. I worked some more on Son of a Stitch Alongs. Everything is fine. Good place stitch along. And I think last week I kind of told you that my strategy with this one is going to be do a little green, do a little pattern, do a little green, do a little pattern. So I did that. I started the words that go next to Tahani's dress. And then I got some more of the dress done. Oh boy, that light is really messing with things, isn't it? And then I got some more of the border done. So I'll move that over a little bit so that you can kind of see the dress without that shadow in the way. But there's where I'm at. So I still have all of the dress, I have the rest of the saying, and then, excuse me, keep working on the borders. But I also have the next release in this one, which I kind of want to go way down here. So there is going to be some counting coming up in the near future. Grimm's Fairy Tales, Clouds Factory's 2020 Stitch Along that I am uber behind on is my priority project for this month. So it's the one that I work on before I work on anything else. I have to get in 100 stitches or an hour, whichever comes first or whichever I feel like counting. So I have managed to finish The Fisherman and His Wife, and I've started a little bit on September. Yes, that's September, which is Sleeping Beauty. So here's where I'm at. I'm just going to show you first. That's The Fisherman and His Wife, and underneath is Sleeping Beauty. So that's the bit that I've been working on lately. You can see all together. And just to kind of give you a reminder where I'm at in the general scheme of things. Here is the whole thing. So I haven't really gotten a lot done. This is January and February, and then this is August and September. And obviously we've got all the way through November. So I have a lot of work to do on this one, which is why I kind of decided to make it a priority. And yeah, that's that. I really do like that one. It's just, it kind of gets really easy to shove it off to the side when I've got other ones that I'm a little bit more excited about. And then suddenly I'm 8 months behind and more stitch-alongs coming next year. All right, here's one I don't know if you've seen ever. That's not true. I think that if you watched my vlog for Mania, then you actually saw this one. I've got a very little start on this. This is going to be a lot of work because it's going to be a full coverage. It's Defying Gravity by Circus Stitches, and it's absolutely gorgeous. It's a Wicked based pattern, which you might gather from the title. And it is going to be full coverage, and I have exactly this much done. So you can see just a little bit of Elfie's face, and then I've got one A. That A is in the word gravity, if you care. But here is the size of the whole thing. So yeah, I've got a lot of work to go. There's about a 3-inch border around that, and the rest of that is all going to be full coverage. So wow. You know, when you start working on something like that and you pick it out and you're like, oh yeah, that's gonna be a lot of work, and you know in your head it's gonna be a lot of work, but when you actually sit down and start stitching on it, you're like, okay, yeah, no, this is really a lot of work. So yeah, I'm gonna have to start putting more time in on that one. But one of the frustrating things about it is it's not going to look like I'm making very much progress at all, because full coverage, if I were to do 100 stitches in an hour, that's a 10 by 10 square. On a regular coverage piece, that may be a little bit here and a little bit there, and you're starting to fill out a part of a picture. On this one, there's gonna be so much that is just solid black or solid green. And I mean, I don't have to tell you guys this. I know a lot of you are full coverage stitchers, so you get it, but it's just, I am relatively new to full coverage. I've only done one, and it was a tiny piece. It was like a 5 by 7. So this is still some culture shock for me. But anyway. So the other thing that I did just a little bit on, after I talk about how if it's not full coverage, you can look like you got a lot done, I worked on this one for an hour and it looks like I barely got anything done. So this is Introvert Recharging. You saw this one last week. basically all I got is part of her face and head over here, and her hand holding the teacup. So not a whole lot of progress on this one. I didn't work on it too terribly long, but I did actually make some progress, so that was nice. And this one's for me, so it's not a huge priority, but like I said, I just want to get some of these smaller pieces out of the way. Magical Stitches is starting to plan for next year, and I have to start making a list of all of my whips that I plan on working on. And right now, like I said, there's 32, I think. So yeah, and I want to start more. So I'm trying to get some of those off my plate. This one seems like it's going to go relatively quickly compared to some of the other huge, massive things I have in all of the stitch-alongs. So I'm going to try to work on it a little bit when I can. The other one I showed you, Tiny Modernists, Words to Live By. That one is very small and would go very quick, but it's also stitching in hand. And it's not a stiff fabric. So I don't like stitching in hand to begin with, and I really don't like it on that, but that piece is so small that it doesn't fit in any of my hoops. So I guess I have to. Maybe I need to invest in a 6x6 Q-snap. I have an 8x8, but even that's too big because that piece of fabric's only 8x10. So, I don't know. And last but not least, folks, I'm super excited about this one. If you couldn't tell from the flash that you got, it's Dark Queen. And I have finally finished the area below the fish, and I'm starting to work on the top part of her hips. And here you go. Move that into the light. Guys, folks, the blending on this is amazing. Those colors down there, I hope you can see that through this stupid lighting problem. They're just, oh, the way that they fit together is fantastic. It's absolutely gorgeous, and I'm in love with it. And I worked on this one a lot more than I should have this weekend because I just, like, it's stunning, isn't it? So yeah, I really, really, really love this one. And I'm probably gonna keep working on it. I'm still way behind because I have to finish, like, I'm just barely starting the outline up here, and this piece probably goes all the way to the top of the Q-snap, and then I start part 3, which is above that. So yeah, I've got a lot of work left to do on this one, but I'm super pleased with my progress. I love how it's coming together, and it's fun to have a project that I'm excited about. Like, really excited about. I love all my projects. I enjoy working on them. But every once in a while, there's one that just, like, grabs you, right? And this is that one for me right now. So I'm going to keep chasing that feeling as long as it lasts. Because it wasn't too long ago that I was having trouble finding happiness in anything I was working on, if you remember. So expect to see a lot more of Dark Queen. And last but not least, the other thing that I'm really excited about right now, let me dig in my bag here, is my knitting project. My sock is actually starting to look like something besides just a little cuff of something. I have the cuff all done, and I have got a significant amount of the body done. So here we go. Oh, that looks really washed out in that light. I hope that you can see this a little bit at least. So, story time. No secret, I've never really knitted in the round, right? So, when I was looking at the pattern for this one, And I got past the ribbing, which was easy because it was ribbing. Then it said knit in stockinette stitch. And those of you knitters who knit in the round already know where this is going. I've always been a flat knitter. If you're a flat knitter, what is a stockinette stitch? It's knit all the way across, purl all the way on the wrong side. I have a little stitch marker in here so that I know where the end and beginning of a row is, so that I can, I'm keeping track of my rows so that I can make sure that both socks have the same number of rows, so that they can be the same length, because my measuring skills aren't the greatest. So, I just started. I knitted one round, and then I purled one round, and then I knitted one round, and then I purled one round. And if you can see down here, there's this band of what looks like garter stitch. And I was like, why do I have a band? I'm doing stockinette stitch, right? So I Google stockinette stitch, and it says, yes, knit right side, purl wrong side. Okay, so why does this look like garter stitch? Why does it not look like stockinette stitch? Am I forgetting what stockinette looks like? So I Google pictures. No, that's what it's supposed to look like. Turns out, when you knit in the round, there's no wrong side. So it shouldn't be knit one row, purl one row, it's knit all. It's what a garter stitch is on flat. Well, by then I had done like 7 rows of what I thought was stockinette stitch. And there was no way I was trying to rip that out, because this is my confidence builder project and I've already ripped it out once. So now I have this little stripe of garter at the top, and I'm gonna put it on the other sock too, and it's not a mistake. It is a pattern modification. It's my own design element, my own personalization of these socks. The end. You learn something new even when you're trying to do something simple that you're sure you already know how to do. So, I felt like an idiot. But I honestly didn't know. And that's why I say that I'm learning to knit again, not that I'm a knitter, because I'm obviously not very far beyond the basics. So anyway, that's it for this week. The coming week, I plan to work a lot on those projects that you just saw. I'm a little disappointed that I had to do this today, because tomorrow I'm getting 2 packages, so I would have had Stitchy haul for you. One of them is my Fabric of the Month from Be Stitch Me. I can't wait to see it. As always, I think this month I have a neutral month, so yeah, I should have a neutral from Be Stitch Me coming, and then I have the rest of the supplies I need for stitching book clubs, a Christmas Carol stitch along, which I mentioned. It's going to be small. Again, it's only an 8x8, so I might need to invest in a 6x6 Q-snap or a 6x6 or a smaller hoop than the one I currently have, because stitching in hand and I don't get along very well, especially when there's French knots involved. So yeah, those things will be coming. I obviously need to get a new hoop, and if anyone knows, Lexi, stop. Lexi, stop. Hey. Apologies, there must have been. Hey, stop it. We all see how well she listens to me, right? So anyway, those of you that are in the know with this stuff, I've an 8x10 piece of fabric coming for Stitching Book Club, and the other piece that I have is an 8x10. So would that fit on a 6x6 Q-snap, or is there not enough extra fabric for the clamps to grip? If anyone knows, please give me a shout and answer that, because I'd prefer to work on a Q-snap over a hoop, but obviously if I can't, then I can't. I can get a 6-inch hoop and be happy with that. So anyway, so those are my plans for this week, is to just keep on keeping on. Next week, definitely next week there'll be a video. I don't know how much stitching will be on it. The week after that is up in the air. My youngest brother is going up to visit my dad the first week in December. So I'm going to take some time off work and go up there and spend with them, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to get away to record on like Tuesday night or Wednesday morning. If I do something, it's going to be really short. There's going to be absolutely no editing. It's going to be filmed on my phone in like the few minutes I can get away from my niece and my nephew. I'm so excited to see them. I haven't seen them in almost a year, aside from like pictures and video chats. So I'll figure it out. It'll be good. And I will have stitchy stuff for you next week. Who knows? I have to measure this. I don't know how long it is, my sock. But once it gets to 7 inches, I get to start turning the heel, which is also going to be a new experience that I've never done before. So fingers crossed on that one, but maybe I'll have like most of a sock to show you next week. I don't know. We'll have to see. So anyway, that's all I have for this week. It should be short and sweet, hopefully. I didn't look. How long have I been talking? Of course, this turned itself off. 24 minutes. Okay, so not too short and sweet. You got treated to some of my babbles. And maybe a little less than 24 if I cut out that meander I went on about non-stitchy related stuff. Excuse me. But I'm going to go ahead and sign off for this week. So, again, thank you to all my new subscribers. Please, if you like what's going on, like, comment, subscribe. Just let me know that you like the way things are going. I'm always open to suggestions. And, oh, are you coming to say goodbye too? And I like hearing from you. I really enjoy getting to interact with people. That's one of the things that I love about social media and crafting, is getting to actually share with other people that are enthusiastic about it, same as I am. So that's it for this week. I will see you next week. As always, stay safe, stay healthy, and Lexi and I will see you next time. Bye. I completely forgot. Book recommendation. I just finished Midnight at the Blackbird Cafe. I read it audio, and the actress that did the narration was amazing. I really enjoyed this book. It's kind of a coming home story, but it's got a little bit of a supernatural twist. It was really cool. I really enjoyed it. One of my friends had recommended it because I really like the musical Waitress. I've never seen the movie, full disclosure, so I don't know if I would like that or not. But, and she said it's kind of like Waitress with a little bit of magic. And I don't know if I necessarily agree with that, but I really did enjoy the book. I'm not watching anything new. I'm still chugging through my current list of watches, and I just got the new Brandon Sanderson Stormlight Archive series book just came out, Rhythm of War. So I don't know if I'm going to get to that because I have a couple of audiobooks from the library that obviously those have to get listened to first. One of them is The Titan's Curse, the third Percy Jackson book. And then the other one is the fourth book, I think, in the Immortal Secrets of Nicholas Flamel. So yeah, me and my young adult fantasy still going strong. Or my young adult fantasy reading preference. Because otherwise that sounds wildly inappropriate. Yeah, so that's still going strong. So there you go. Midnight at the Blackbird Cafe. Really enjoyed it. And that's it. Bye for real this time. Well, hello from underneath the dog. Here I am. As soon as I sat down, she jumped up and she won't get down. Are we finally gonna sit down? Thank you. So, just so that you can see some of the antics that I have to put up with when the cameras aren't on, I turned the camera on a little early. So, hello and welcome back from me and